Hi everybody, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel, Paperbacks and Lattes. Today I will be doing the Spotify book tag. So Jen from the book Refuge and Bree from In Love and Words, they have both done this tag, and I think Jen made it. So I will list their videos down below of this tag, but this is the Spotify book tag, and this is like your top 5 songs that you listen to. This is of course my top 5 songs of 2020. I actually did not have Spotify for the whole year, but these are the top 5 songs that I listen to, and you're supposed to like find a book that correlates with the lyrics in each song. So I thought this was a really neat idea and I wanted to do this, so let's go ahead and get started. The first song is Lay Here With Me by Maddie and Tay featuring Dierks Bentley. I listen to all kinds of music. I listen to rock, I listen to country, I listen to, musical soundtracks. I've just listened to a whole variety of music. This is a country song by Maddie and Tay. I really love how their voices just blend together, and I love several of their songs, but this is Lay Here With Me. This song just really talks about a couple who are struggling in their romance and struggling with, having these feelings. They are, kind of torn apart, but they want to be together, but there are issues that are keeping them separate, but they are just trying to put aside all of the obstacles in their way to be together. And the book that I thought of that correlates with the lyrics to this song is Frayed Silk by Ella Fields. This is about a couple who are in this marriage, and they are having this great marriage. They are in love with each other until something happens. The husband just completely shuts down on his wife. He shuts her out. He barely has anything to do with her, and she just feels like they are in this loveless marriage. And she tries everything she can to reach out to him, to try to fix what's wrong. And he just kind of refuses to do so. So she wants a divorce, and things happen, mistakes are made, but they do ultimately come back together. She finds out what happened to make him be that way, and they both fight for their marriage. She makes mistakes, he makes mistakes, but ultimately in the end, they love each other so much, and they will do anything they have to do in order to right their wrongs, fix their mistakes, to be with each other and stay with each other. And I just thought that was the perfect book for that song. The next song is It's Quiet Uptown by Kelly Clarkson. This is from the Hamilton musical, but this is like the Hamilton remix where a lot of popular artists have sang these songs, and I really like It's Quiet Uptown, sung by Kelly Clarkson. And this song just really deals with grief and what happens to a person after something tragic happens, how you have to live your life after you have experienced this intense loss, and how you have to just keep on living even though there's like a huge hole left in your life that just cannot be filled. And the book that I chose for this song that embodies this song is The Air He Breathes by Brittany C. Cherry. This is one of the books in the Element series, and both the hero and the heroine are experiencing great loss in their life. The hero's wife has died, and I think his child also. And the heroine has lost her husband, and they are both just are in such despair and grief, and they are having to try to continue to live without, the these people that they love so much, and their grief is just, they have so much grief, and then they come together through this grief. And this is their romance between each other, because at first they are for each other, trying to fill that hole that their, other half left in their life. But then they, slowly start to realize that, nothing can really replace that person. And then they fall in love with each other for who that person is. It never replaces the person that's lost, but they did find love again. But this book does deal heavily with grief and what it's like to live without somebody that you've lost. The third most listened to song was Evermore by Dan Stevens. This is from the Beauty and the Beast live motion picture soundtrack. I love Disney, and I love Disney movies, and of course each one that they are remaking as live actions, I love them so much, especially Beauty and the Beast. I think is the best one that they have made so far. I love the songs off of that soundtrack, and I love the song Evermore that they included in this movie, that Dan Stevens, he's the one who plays the Beast. He sings it, and I just love his voice. I love the song. And this song is just really talking about, you are he's had it all. He has, he was the prince. He had everything in his life. He had it made, but he lost it all because of his arrogance and his cruelty. But now he has found this girl who has kind of wormed her way into his heart, and he is trying to fight these feelings, but she is just who he loves, and she loves him. And of course we all know the story of Beauty and the Beast, but the book that I found that correlates well to this song is Serenading Heartbreak by Ella Fields. This is about a girl and this girl and this boy who meet when they are young. Him and his family move in across the street from her and her family. He comes from a really bad home life, and he is over there at her house a lot because he's best friends with her older brother. They form, this interest over music, and later on form this band. And she and him kind of have like an ongoing, she is just completely infatuated with him. And they share like this romance, but then he leaves with a band, and he kind of just throws her away, and she lives her life, but whenever he comes back, she always like falls for him again. But then he realizes he hits rock bottom at some point, because he's dealing with these issues in his life, and he loses her, and he has just realized that where he went wrong, that he should have been there for her. He should have been more committed. He should have made a lot of different decisions to keep her, and he has to try to win her back. And I think that just greatly embodies the lyrics from Evermore. The next song is Speechless by Naomi Scott. This is one of the songs from the Aladdin soundtrack. I also really like the Aladdin live motion that they made. This song really speaks about the power a woman has or is trying to have, because a lot of times people try to, or men or other people try to push women down because, they don't like, oh, just shut up and, do what you're told to do. And it's like, no, you are not leaving me speechless. I have a voice. I have things to say, and you will hear me. And I love this song so much. I listen to it so often. And the book that I chose to correlate with that is Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, because the heroine in this book suffers so much from the hands of her boyfriend, fiance turned husband. He tries to just put her in her place, keep her down, and does horrible things to her. But she, she's down for a while, but it doesn't keep her down because she has inner strength, and she finally finds that inner strength and rises up against him and, says, "You're not going to do this to me." And she stands up against him and, regains what she lost and, takes back her life. And I just really thought that was a great book for that song. And the last song is No Air. This was originally by Jordan Sparks, but the one that I listened to is the cover of it by Caleb and Kelsey. If you've never heard them, they are a husband and wife duet, and I love how their voices mingle together. They are very talented, and I love their cover of No Air. This song just really talks about how when you lose a person, you lose the person that you love, that you can't imagine living your life without them, that you can't even breathe because they are your lifeline. They are your rock. They are your other half. And when something happens, either being, death or a breakup or something that happens to where that person is no longer in your life, it's just like, I can't go on living without you. So I actually have 3 books that they all kind of reminded me of this song. So I have to tell you, the first one is Written in the Scars by Adriana Locke. This is about this married couple. They are a married couple who are having marriage problems. They have had experienced miscarriages, and it's just really taken a toll on their marriage. And they do split up, but then when they get back together, and then a tragedy happens to where she feels like she is losing him after they have had kind of like a second chance at their marriage. And the emotion she feels, also what he feels too, because, they think that they are going to be, that they're going to lose each other. And the emotion that they feel because they have found each other again and they love each other so much, at the thought of losing the other person is just horrible, and they feel like they can't breathe without the other person. The next one is After the Fall by Gianna Darling. This is the 5th book in the Fallen Men series. It's a motorcycle club series, and I can't really go into that much detail without spoilers. But the first couple from the very first book, this is kind of like a continuation on with them. And they are dealing with a lot of things that the motorcycle club is dealing with. There are people against them, people that are trying to take them out, trying to take them down. And he does something to sacrifice, for the greater good of the motorcycle club and his family and for her. And she believes that, he is gone, and he did this, he sacrificed himself for her, for their family, for their club, and he was her person, he was her other half, he was her rock. And now she's without him, and the grief she feels, she just feels like she can't live without him. And then the last one is from another motorcycle club series. This is the Hades Hangman series by Tilly Cole. The 3rd book and the 8th book, I believe. It is Souls Unfractured and My Maddie. These 2 books both center around this same couple, Flame and Maddie. Flame has come from such a horrible life. He is autistic, and he also has suffered abuse in his past from his dad, and he is just deals with so much on a daily basis. And he meets Maddie, and she is his lifeline. She is what saves him time and time again. And when the thought of him losing her, and there's several times through these books where you know, danger comes and she's kidnapped, and or he thinks that she's in trouble, and the panic, the absolute panic that comes over him at the thought of losing her is just like, he cannot live. He absolutely cannot live without her. She is his everything. And all of those reminded me of that song, so I had to tell you. So those are the top 5 songs I listened to in 2020. If you want to do this tag, I tag anyone who wants to do it. Let me know if you've done it, link your video down, or or let me know, and I want to watch your video as well. Or if you don't make videos, you can also leave your answers in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.